We are a few days away from FC 25 full release, of course, for those of you that have bought the Ultimate Edition of the game, and we have just had some massive news regarding FUT Champions. I mean, can we even call it FUT anymore? They call it UT, because it's no longer called FIFA, but I'm still going to call it FUT Champions in this video, because I've been saying it the last 5 years. Some massive new changes for FUT Champions and FUT Champions Playoffs. Instead of diddling around, we're going to get straight into it. Simply put, they have reduced the games from 20 FUT Champs Finals games to 15, and the FUT Champs Playoffs games from 10 to only 5. To qualify for FUT Champs Finals, you need 3 out of 5 wins. As you can see here, Finals are only 15 games, Playoffs is 5 games, you need 3 wins to qualify. We went from 40 games to 15. I think 40 games, was it FIFA 19 or FIFA 18 was the last time it was 40 games. That changed to 30. Or it might have been even earlier, it was 40 games. That changed to 30, then 20, now we're at 15. But we're going to take a look at all of these, the new pitch notes, if you will, all of the changes, some in-depth ones. There's some beautiful stuff about rewards and how insane rank 1 rewards are. A new point system. Previously, you'd get 4 points for a win in FUT Champs and then 1 point for a loss. You no longer get 1 point for a loss. You get nothing, and it's only 1 point for a win now. So we'll go through all of these. We'll skip all of this as well. This is just, you know, the new season introducing the first promo. Objectives, XP is now called SP, whatever that stands for, season points instead of XP. So I guess that's a new change as well, but it is the same system really. So we'll scroll down here, that's the first promo. We're not covering that in today's video. In FC 25, we're positioning champions as a pinnacle of high stakes competitive matchups, and we want the rewards and accessibility to champions to reflect that. Last year, we think we made the Champions Finals too accessible. So they were saying last year, last FIFA, the last couple years, they have made it. They think they've made it too easy to qualify for FUT Champs, particularly to lower skill players. As a result, many players went on extended losing streaks and champions rewards didn't reach their full potential. I mean, to be fair, it was pretty easy to qualify for FUT Champs Finals last year. This year, champions will not only be more challenging, but it'll be more rewarding for the higher skilled players. The Champions Playoffs, obviously your gateway into Champions Finals. We're looking to reduce the role that playoffs play each week in FC 25, lowering the amount of games needed to qualify for finals to 3 out of 5 wins. Used to be 4 out of 10. So you could get away with winning 40%, only 40% of your games in FC 24 qualify for FUT Champs Finals. This time round, you need to win 60% of your games. You need to win 3 out of 5. So they've reduced the number of games, which will make each playoffs match feel competitive with more on the line. For players in lower rivals division, playoff qualification will feel like a major milestone, whereas players in higher divisions will constantly be able to jump into the playoffs each week. In addition, with playoffs being harder compared to last year, you'll have 10 additional attempts each season to enter into playoffs, bringing the total seasonal entries to 18. Now, you may be confused of what they mean with that, so let me explain. So to qualify for FUT Champs Playoffs, it is through rivals. Many of you guys know that. With rivals, you get qualification points for winning games, I think even losing games you might get some, I'm not too sure about that. But basically, playing rivals, you get qualification points to enter FUT Champions Playoffs. Now, I've already entered FUT Champions Finals. I haven't played for a long time, it's just a token I've had for a while. But obviously this is a FUT Champions playoff screen, and after you get enough Champions qualification playoff points via rivals, you're then entered into the FUT Champions playoffs, and of course that's where you're going to need to get 3 out of 5 wins. But as you can see, and I will circle it, it says 6 preseason Champions entries remaining. Now every single season we get 8 entries, and they're going to be upping that to 18. By every single season we mean a season progress here. Every season is about a month long, usually. Sometimes it's between 25 and 40 days is usually how long an FC season is. So the first season is called Total Rush of FC 25. It's called Total Rush. And during that first season, instead of only 8 entries and 8 attempts, you're going to have 18, right? So let's say it is a 1 month long season. There's going to be 4 weekend leagues. You're going to have up to 18 attempts to obviously get those 3 out of 5 wins. So I understand it, I do understand it, but what they're doing is making 3 out of 5 wins harder to get, but they're also giving us 10 more seasonal entries into FUT Champs Playoffs, so you'll have a lot more chances of getting those 3 out of 5 wins. It's a little bit more balanced than 4 out of 10 and 8, but at the same time, maybe 10 tokens, doesn't that kind of take away from the point of making it a little bit more challenging? Of course, hopefully that helps clear it up. You'll have 10 additional attempts this season, bringing the total entries to 18. For some players, playoffs was a popular arena each week to experiment with new teams and players. As we reflect on all of our modes, we think that the matchmaking changes announced for live friendlies will better meet this need in FC 25. More on this below. So I think essentially they're just saying that adding some more, some better, good, friendly game modes that we can test out our players, have fun in, because for those of us that like choosing new teams in FUT Champs playoffs because it was easy for us, then I guess obviously they want to get rid of that as well, which is fair enough. Finals, the purpose, the pinnacle of high stakes competition. The changes to playoffs will mean that the average skill of champions finals players will increase year on year, and of course that is true. It's gone from having to win 40% of your games to qualify to 60% of your games. Now, these right here are the rewards for finishing rank 1. Rank 1. 200,000 ultimate team coins, a tradable 85 by 10, a tradable 84 by 10, an untradeable base icon, an untradeable 89 by 2, an untradeable 82 plus by 30 players pack, and free times team of the week players. So a free team of the week player pack, you get 3 of them. So if you're a rank 1 player, then happy days, because you're going to be getting these rewards a week into the game, whenever the first week in league is open, a couple weeks into the game, tradable 85 by 10 packs, a couple weeks after the game is released. So all of the pro players will be licking their lips, and I'm sure there'll be some insane videos. Surely, maybe with how good these rewards are, we could see like the old days where a pro player goes 15-0, because obviously 15 is a new game limit. You need 15 wins for rank 1, which we'll touch on shortly as well. Maybe a 15-0 rewards pack opening video. We might see it hit 1 million views, which is pretty rare for FC content these days. In addition, we want to provide our best performing players with more ways to show off their achievements in game. One way that players will be able to do this is through seasonally exclusive club customization options that are only available to players that finish in high champions. So basically across the whole season, if you get rank 1 once, you get the club nickname the Invincibles, big ups the Arsenal. Celebration is flex for ranks 1 to 3. Now whether or not they work out if you got rank 1 all 4 times is what you'd need, or every single weekend you'd have to get rank 1 to be nicknamed the Invincibles, or if it's an average, maybe just have to hit it once, right? So I guess we'll have to wait and see. So if you get ranks 1 to 3, which is still a pretty good player, that's a little bit loud, apologies about that, you get a flex, so you get that celebration right there. Similar to playoffs, we'll be reducing the total number of matches by 5. Of course, we already know that, we've already gone over that. You'll only get 1 point per win now. Of course, you get no points for losing. Rank 1 is 15 wins, rank 2 is 13 wins, rank 3 is 11 wins, rank 4 is 10 wins. Might be overestimating myself, but I'd like to go for 10 out of 15 wins. That's a 66% win rate. I'd be happy with that. Rank 5 is 9 wins, 8, 7, 6, 4, and 2. Hey, I think these are some pretty good changes. Moral of the story, 20 finals games down to 15. To qualify, it's gone from 4 out of 10 wins needed to 3 out of 5. But instead of 8 seasonal entries, you now have 18 seasonal entries into FUT Champions playoffs to obviously try get those 3 out of 5 wins to qualify for the finals. As for division rivals, the major change at FC 25, we're increasing the number of wins required for weekly rewards from 3 to 5, and the upgraded weekly rewards from 7 to 15. So you need 15 rivals wins in 1 week if you want to get the best possible reward. Dang, okay. So that is a change that some people won't like. If you just was a player that got to the 7 wins and that was it, you're not going to like this change, and hey, that's completely fair. But also moving from a wins system to a points system to ensure draws count towards your progress each week. I've kept the above in wins for an easier comparison. Okay, never mind. So they've completely changed this, and we've missed this, whether this was a past pitch note or whether it was earlier on that we skipped over. But 5 wins is 15 points, 15 wins is 45 points. So it looks like for a draw, maybe for a win, right? What's 45 divided by 15? It's 3. So maybe a win is 3 points and a draw is 1 point. So the example of 7 to 15 wins was kind of just to put it into more context for us. We're actually going to get rewarded for a draw. I think it will be just like in real life, 3 points for a rival's win, 1 point for a draw, 45 points for the top reward, 15 for the lower reward. Awesome. I love this a lot. That has completely changed it for me. Draws now mean something in division rivals. These are the rewards for the upgraded, so 45 points in elite division will give you these rewards. Might take a month or two for, the normal players, even normal players aren't an elite division, but the non-pro players that are still sweaty at the game to get. But obviously there'll be some pro players in the elite division in a week or two, no doubt. But hey, all in all, I think there's some really nice changes. I like the draw factor of rivals. Overall, I think this is a dub. Let me know down below, W or L. It's been your boy Davis, and I'll see you in the next one.